You've done the hard work to build your foundation and put your systems in place. But now you're wondering, how do I reach more people and create a bigger impact? Therefore, this moment, this is the moment to actually step into expansion. It's about scaling strategically, not just doing more, but doing the right things that take your business to the next level. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to execute your vision with confidence, expand your reach, and scale your business in a way that aligns with your purpose. And the title of today's live is Four Levels of Growth, Expansion. I know y'all ready for that one, right? So we're building off the building blocks of the first two levels, foundation and formation. Today is expansion. So why do people actually want to expand, right? The impact multiplies when you actually expand. Expansion ain't just making sure you make more money. It's actually about multiplying the impact that you're already creating, the impact that you're already building from the things that you're doing. So when you actually expand, you serve more people, you actually solve more problems, and you make a greater difference in the world. And so one scripture that I actually thought about and actually researched was Isaiah 54:2. Enlarge the place of your tent, stretch your tent curtains wide, do not hold back. And so what this says is, and it plainly says it, you want to enlarge your territory, right? You want to enlarge your span of influence and impact as far as you can actually see. That's why it says do not hold back. So also, excellence prepares you for more. I'm gonna say it again. Excellence prepares you for more. Growth don't come just from luck or timing. It actually comes from the faithfulness of doing the little things. So when you actually excel with what you actually have, you're actually preparing for the bigger opportunities that God is actually bringing your way, right? Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And that comes from Luke 16:10, right? So we want to be able to be trusted with the little things so that way God can trust us with more. Because if we don't steward over the little things well, why do we think that God is going to allow us to do more with whatever, right? More influence, more money. Why? If we can't steward it well, he's not going to do that. We must first be trusted with the little things. So I'm going to give you the three pillars of expansion or the three ways to expand, right? Pillar number one, you have to execute with excellence. So one thing a lot of people don't understand is you can do things, you can execute, you can build, but if you're not doing it with excellence, it's all a waste. It's not just enough to just get things done. You need to do them well. I know y'all hear me say that word well a lot, but you have to do things well. Excellence speaks louder than the effort that you actually put in because it actually shows that you care about the details, right? So, what would this look like in a practical sense? Creating a checklist or a workflow to make sure that you're consistent in every product or every service that you actually deliver, because consistency creates confidence, and that confidence leads to excellence, right? So if you think about it, a coach that actually creates a onboarding process, I'm not talking about like a sports coach, but more so like a life coach. They're going to create an onboarding process to make sure that every client feels valued and actually supported. It's something that's systematized and is done with excellence, right? Because if you hopped on a call with a coach and you don't feel like, oh, this coach really don't care about me, man, you gonna hop up out that thing quick. Pillar number two, scaling systems. And we talked about systems in the previous video. Your system is the backbone of your business. It's the backbone of your business. So without your systems, scaling will become rampant, it become chaotic, it'll look a mess, and it's not excellent. So by actually optimizing all of the processes that you have now, you're going to create the capacity to be able to serve more people without actually burning out. Because the thing is, if you have a boatload of people come to you, but you don't have systems in place to actually onboard them, take them through a process, and then be able to give them the service that they need, if you can't do that well, they're going to leave and go to somebody else. And on the opposite side, you're going to burn out because now you have to do everything manually. In the age of AI, man, you can systematize pretty much anything, right? You can make a system out of anything and make it easier on you. So that way you can be able to take in more clients. You can be able to take in more people, right? So use AI, use ChatGPT, the things, those repetitive tasks like email marketing or invoicing or following up with clients, man, automate that process because the automation is going to save you time and increase your revenue at the same time. And the third pillar is expanding your reach. A lot of people think that, how do I expand my reach? Oh, you just got to get on social media. Mm, I don't know about that. That's not the only thing about expanding your reach. It's showing up for people that are actually looking for you. So reaching more people doesn't actually happen by accident. This requires intentionality, intentionally getting on these platforms to be able to put yourself in a position to be found by your people, right? And so visibility is the key to scaling. So before we even get to visibility to actually scale, we got to first go through the first two levels of growth, right? We got to first build that first foundation, and we actually have to we have to go through the formation to actually make sure that we're ready for expansion. One thing that I see a lot of entrepreneurs do is they try to scale too fast when you haven't gotten those first two levels completed, right? So visibility is the key to scaling, and it means that you're putting your business on Front Street in front of the right audience. So putting ads on social media, actually partnering with people on podcasts and putting yourself in front of other people's audience is what that actually looks like, right? So you're taking people from other people's audience and putting them into your own bucket because you're actually called to serve. And if the right people come, you're going to need a system to handle all those things. So why do we want to expand, right? More impact, more income. When you expand and expand strategically, you not only are growing your revenue, but you're actually multiplying the lives that you actually impact. And remember, it's not about the income, it's about the impact that you have on people's lives, because the impact that you have on people's lives is going to bring the income. It's about creating a change on a larger scale. So if you're really just chasing just the income and not the impact, I don't believe that you're going to be able to expand in such a way that is sustainable, right? And so efficiency actually leads to growth. So making sure that you put those systems in place to where you can actually handle everything. Scaling doesn't have to mean working harder, because one thing I like to say is work smart, not hard. I know a lot of people say it, but I love to say it. Why? Because if you have an axe and you're trying to chop down a tree, if you don't sharpen the axe, you're going to have to work a lot harder to get the same result that somebody else is going to get from actually sharpening their axe. So when you create systems, you actually free up yourself to actually focus on the things that need to be focused on. So that high value work, not the repetitive tasks, but the things that actually move the needle for your business, right? And that's the one thing that we want to do. We want to move the needle for our business. And so alignment also brings fulfillment. Putting yourself in alignment with your purpose and the thing that God has for you, it brings fulfillment. I I truly believe that fulfillment is the one thing that a lot of people look for in entrepreneurship, but they're just not aligned in the place where God actually needs them to be, right? You can work a job and you like the money, but you might hate the job. I know I've hated a job because I wasn't fulfilled. It wasn't something that I really love doing, right? And so expansion is really the most fulfilling when it actually aligns with your purpose. So staying true to the vision that God gave you, it allows you to actually grow without losing sight of why you actually started, right? So alignment is your why. Why are you doing the things that you're doing? Because you can start scaling and then you lose sight of the vision, and now you're just looking around like, man, I don't think I really want to do this anymore because I'm here for the money. But again, if you're just here for the money and not the impact, mm, that burnout is going to be looking real nice on your jacket, right? And so, what are the areas of your business that you're actually ready to scale? Is it the systems? Is it the audience? Is it the way you actually deliver the value? I want you to write it down, commit to taking one action today to actually start expanding because everybody wants to expand, everybody wants to grow, but we must know what are the things that we need in order to expand properly, right? And so if you're ready to expand, if you're ready to expand your reach, multiply your impact and your income, make sure you join me for the Purpose to Profit Challenge, right? Where over 2 days, we're going to build the strategies and the systems that you actually need to scale your vision into a thriving, impactful business, right? So let's take what we're learning right now and put it into action so we can actually make your business grow. Expansion isn't about doing more, it's about doing more of what matters. When you actually execute with excellence, scale strategically, and align with your actual purpose, man, growth actually becomes unstoppable. Growth is it's like a bamboo tree, right? I heard this illustration from somebody where a bamboo tree, once you actually plant it, it can grow 24 inches in the span of 24 hours. Well, not 24 inches, but it could grow exponentially tall in 24 hours, right? And so that's what we want to do in our business. So let's actually take your vision to the next level together. And I want you guys to be ready because in the next video, we're going to go into the last level of growth, level 4, multiplication. And here we're going to discuss how to actually create a legacy and impact through your business. So if you're actually ready to grow, make sure you join me on this next video. So that way we can learn how to multiply. And then multiplying, we're going to have a successful business going into 2025. We're going to have the keys. You just got to put the keys inside the ignition. Or if you get that push start, vroom, vroom, you know what I'm saying? So let's go. I'm waiting on you. So if you found this video helpful, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on YouTube at Marion M. Davis, on Instagram at the Marion Davis. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Talk to y'all later.